Hello and welcome. In a world that feels like it's searching so hard for connection and for peace, we're going to explore a really unique idea of what a sacred space can be. A place that's designed not just for prayer, but to inspire us to serve all of humanity. So, to really get to the heart of this, let's start with a story. It's a really powerful one that I think captures this deep, universal human need we all have. A search for a place of spiritual refuge. So this moment happened back in 2013. A community was getting together, consulting about building a new kind of temple. And the tears of this elderly man, they just capture this profound multi-generational longing for a sacred space that belongs to everyone, no exceptions.
And really, that experience brings up such a vital question for our time, doesn't it? When we look around and see so much division, so much fragmentation, it makes you wonder, where can all people find sanctuary? How do we build spaces that don't just, tolerate everyone, but that truly warmly welcome all of us to unite in a shared spiritual purpose?
Well, the Baha'i faith offers a really powerful answer to that very question. It's embodied in an institution that has a name that just beautifully describes its entire purpose.
So the name for this institution is just so profound in itself. Mashriq'l-Adhkar. Now, this is an Arabic term, and it evokes this image of a sunrise, a dawning. It's not just a building, right? The idea is that it's a point where spiritual consciousness can actually dawn in our hearts and in the life of a whole community.
The whole concept of the Mashriq-Adhkar rests on what the Baha'i writings call two inseparable pillars. Think of it this way. On one side, you've got worship. That's the inner, personal connection we have with God. And on the other side, you have service, the outward expression of that inner transformation, all aimed at helping humanity.
And this quote from the Universal House of Justice just illustrates that dynamic relationship perfectly. Worship, as critical as it is, isn't an end in itself. Ideally, it results in, and I'm quoting here, endeavors to uplift the spiritual, social, and material conditions of society. So prayer and meditation aren't meant to be some passive retreat from the world. In the Baha'i view, they're the spiritual fuel for real, practical, constructive action. The two have to go together always.
Now, to make sure this space is truly welcoming to everyone, there are certain things you won't find there. There's no clergy acting as an intermediary, no sermons, no idols or pictures, no collecting funds, and no set rituals. This simplicity, it creates an atmosphere of pure personal devotion. It's open to people of any belief or none at all to come and pray and meditate in whatever way feels right.
Okay, so how has this incredible vision actually been brought to life? Let's take a look at its growth across the globe over the last century. It's been a really careful, thoughtful, unfolding plan.
So the journey really began way back in the early 1900s in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. Then it moved to a continental level. You had these iconic mother temples being built on every continent, which really symbolized the global embrace of the faith. But then something really exciting happened. Since 2012, there's been this major shift, a move towards building national and local houses of worship, embedding these spiritual centers right into the heart of specific communities. And today, what you see is this beautiful global tapestry of houses of worship. Each one is totally unique in its design, but they're all united in their purpose. It's amazing, really. Each one reflects the culture it serves, all while upholding that universal principle of the oneness of humanity. Maybe the most famous one is the temple in New Delhi, India. You might know it as the Lotus Temple. Its design, inspired by the lotus flower, is just such a powerful symbol of purity and unity, especially in a country with such immense diversity. And get this, it's become one of the most visited buildings on the entire planet. Millions of people go there every single year.
Then you have Santiago, Chile. This is the last of those continental temples, and it is just breathtaking. It's this structure made of glass and marble that looks like it's literally made of light. It's like a beacon of hope, nestled in the Andes Mountains for all of South America. And then, showing this incredible new local focus, you have the National House of Worship in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, which was just dedicated in 2024. Its design is inspired by the local art of weaving. And that just beautifully shows how a universal spiritual principle can be expressed through a cherished local cultural identity. So yeah, the crucial point here is this recent, really exciting evolution. The focus now is all about bringing the Mashriq-Adhkar to the grassroots. Allowing it to emerge organically, right from the life of a community.
See, building a local house of worship, it isn't just about putting up a building. It's this deep, profound process. It starts when a community is already showing a vibrant pattern of worship and service. The people themselves get involved in creating the vision for it. The design draws on local culture and materials. And then over time, things like schools and health clinics are expected to grow up right alongside it, as this natural expression of faith in action.
This amazing development is actually the fulfillment of a vision that was laid out more than 100 years ago by Abdu'l-Bahá, the son of the founder of the faith. He foresaw a day when these special buildings, these dawning places of God's mention, would be in every kind of community, every hamlet and city, big or small.
And that leaves us with a final, powerful question to think about. What happens? What happens when a community sees its highest aspiration not just as a place to pray, but as a promise to serve? What's the potential for transformation in our own neighborhoods, in our cities, in our world, when a community's prayer becomes a promise to serve all of humanity, no matter their background? That's really the question that animates every single one of these projects. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of what is, I think, a really hopeful and unifying vision for our world. If this explainer resonated with you, please do press that subscribe button. That way, you'll get notified as we continue to explore more transformative ideas together.